everybody. Welcome back to TechStrong TV. I'm Charlene O'Hanlon, Managing Editor at Media Ops, and I'm here now with Dave Furneaux, who is the new CEO of a company called Virsec. Dave, thanks so much for taking the time and talking with me. Appreciate it.
Happy to be here. Yeah.
Awesome. Tell me a little bit about Virsec.
So Virsec was a company that I actually got involved with at the very beginning, which was 2014, 2015 timeframe. And we got together as a group of technologists and entrepreneurs because we wanted to solve the application security problem in a new and really fundamental way. Security, of course, is a big issue. Cybersecurity is a massive problem in the world. And we just didn't think that the applications that run our world, they run our governments, they run our hospitals, they run our military, that they were being protected properly. And so we launched this company to do just that.
So obviously application security is a huge issue, especially now with so many folks who are working from home, and the security issues that obviously that entails, just so many people trying to access the network at once, and the cloud-based applications and security attached to that. So I imagine you guys have a lot on your plate at the moment.
It's an amazing time. COVID-19 has been a huge crisis for all of us, a really challenging time. But in the cybersecurity field, the problem has manifested itself in more cyber attacks and more challenges. And in our industry, we call it attack surface areas. So when you start working remotely and putting stress on applications, it increases a attack surface area that an attacker can go after. We've seen an uptick in momentum and in the business itself.
So how does your technology work, and at what point in the application process is it ingrained? Is it more in the development process, or at what point, and is it from a DevOps perspective, if you will, are we looking into looking more of the shift left idea of adding security at the application development process?
So our technology is, the product is an end-to-end security product. So It does start on the shift left or the dev side, and then it moves to the security operation side as well. In the CI/CD pipeline, when the developer is developing, our product is used to provide much deeper visibility and much broader visibility into the security issues of that application. And then we provide remediation or virtual patching and even compensating controls that allow a developer to, as the application comes through development into runtime, into operation, be able to have continuity from a security perspective as well. Then our product on the security operations side is deployed in runtime, and it protects the application from the inside out, so that as the application is instructing and it's working, we're able to secure it in real time.
Gotcha. So it's not just a development security offering, but it's a kind of a post-development security offering as well. That's really, really kind of interesting. So are organizations deploying these, are they kind of, what am I trying to say? Are they attached via APIs, or how are they kind of connected to the security framework that organizations have?
So our product is the first product in the world that integrates security from the inside out. So we took a radically different view and said the world secures by creating perimeters, creating firewalls, and different types of antivirus rules and techniques. And we said, let's integrate security into the application itself. So we instrument the application with a very lightweight probe, and we're able to understand as a result of that, given where we instrument the probe, we can see so much more about what's going on in the development of the application or in the running of one.
Okay. All right. That makes a whole lot of sense. So what are you guys seeing in the market these days? Are companies kind of moving toward the shift left idea of adding security earlier in the development pipeline and at runtime as your organization or your technology does?
Yeah, there's a big trend towards integrating and creating more harmony or more communication between the developers and the owners of the applications when they're operating. From a security point of view, I think there's a huge push to provide stronger application security level solutions because the attack surface areas and the importance of applications are skyrocketing. So it's a big trend.
So I remember before the world caught on fire, and we were at the RSA conference, and DevSecOps was a huge topic for a lot of not just speakers and presentations, but just even on the show floor. Everybody was talking. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people were talking about DevSecOps, and it really seemed to be gaining traction finally. So do you see that your technology is kind of one of those kind of I don't want to say happy accidents, but the timing of your technology is kind of in line with where the market is headed?
I think that's true because the market evolves based on attack landscapes and new types of attacks. And what we've seen in the last 3 years is that the traditional technologies that were deployed are not working well enough. Whether it's Verizon's recent report or FireEye's or MITRE's attack report, everyone is seeing that the attacks are getting deeper and the existing products are not protecting them well enough or providing enough visibility, including pen testing and advanced technologies around trying to understand where your vulnerabilities are. They're just operating at a level that's too abstracted from where the attackers are today.
So from a networking perspective, also, is your technology kind of helping in cases such as like edge computing or, even accommodating like IoT devices and other devices on the network? Where does your technology stand in relation to those things?
So our technology started with our passion as a team was coming together around securing the workload. So really protecting the applications that run our customers' businesses. But as you evolve that thinking, and as we've evolved that thinking from the workload may reside on the edge. And so there's this new edge coming. And so we see that our ability to protect at the edge is just an extension of our existing product. So we do that. When it comes to IoT, that's a different form factor, and because we're integrated so deeply close to the microprocessor, it's a different architecture than server workload. And so that's on our roadmap for something we'll do in the future. Excellent.
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot from organizations who are actually looking more at edge computing as kind of a way to kind of help balance the load, if you will, and extend their networks beyond, just their standard networking environments. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of movement in that space. So where do you see you guys, your technology, as opposed to other organizations, other security technologies in the market right now as it pertains to edge computing? Are you guys kind of ahead, or is the market fairly nascent, and then we'll see maybe in a year or so how things kind of fall out. But where do you guys see yourselves?
I think that edge computing and edge architectures have been evolving for a number of years. They're starting to get into early deployments. Security is really an important part of that. Where we see ourselves is we're doing the same thing we're doing in a traditional enterprise deployment, which is we're securing from the inside out. So as that application goes to the edge, we're still protecting that application at a deeper, broader level and more simply than the existing products. What's happening with most of the security companies that are looking at the edge is they're looking at perimeter deployments or rules-based deployments or behavioral deployments. And we're a deterministic solution that sits on the inside. So our benefits that we give in a non-edge world are extended to the edge world. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, great. So where do you guys see yourselves and your technology moving forward?
Well, it's a really big market, and we're having a good time deploying and solving customers' problems. We're looking at growing. We got our start in aerospace and defense and government type customers. And now we're starting to move into other types of enterprises like hospitals, financial institutions, utilities. So it's pretty diverse. We just sold our first customer in Africa. Last month, we sold our first customer in India. So we've just hired our first team member in Dubai. So it's amazing to see the international flavor of customers that are interested in this type of security. It's neat.
That's great. Well, I wish you guys all the luck in the world. I think it's a great technology, and especially in the DevOps realm, as more organizations are looking to shift left, it's great to hear that there's yet another technology on the market that's going to help them do that. So, Dave, thank you very much for your time and walking me through all the aspects of your company and your company's technology. And I wish you the best.
Sure. Thank you. All right. Take care.
All right, thank you. All right, everybody, please stick around. We've got lots more TechStrong TV coming up, so stay tuned.